Welcome back to Between Bells on this Tuesday. Home projects can be a daunting task, especially for new home buyers. And now a new data report by Thumbtack and Zillow is highlighting what's got millennial buyers stumped. It's called the Millennial Home Buying Survey. And it's offering a look into what new home buyers expect to pay, what they are the most and least excited about when it comes to their new home. Joining us now, David Steckel, Thumbtack home expert, and Amanda Pendleton, Zillow's home trend expert. Guys, welcome to the show. David, let me start with you. How did Zillow and Thumbtack map out these findings?
Thanks for having me. We mapped out these findings by doing a survey of over 1,000 people, and we also collaborated very closely in our partnership with Zillow.
So Amanda, what can new homeowners expect to spend on unexpected projects? Because I think a lot of homeowners don't realize what pops up as soon as they buy that home.
Yeah, what we found was that recent or prospective home buyers wildly underestimated the cost of some of these common but unexpected projects. And they can add up to nearly $27,000 just to get a home move-in ready.
Yeah, that sounds about right. David, what are millennial buyers most excited about when it comes to their home?
Great question. Millennial home buyers are most excited to tackle the projects that allow us to express our personalities or aesthetic. And a good way to tactically think about this would be to consider the projects that offer a visual return on our investment. And according to our data and surveys, the project that gets people most excited around it is interior painting, followed by wallpaper installations, and of course, kitchen upgrades and renovations.
I'm looking at this list, and I've done a portion of these, and it turns out to be a lot of money. So Amanda, what are projects that may spark the least excitement in buyers?
Yeah, we know that some of the projects that buyers were not very excited about include roofing repairs and floor repairs and also exterior painting. These were the unsexy projects, right? Buyers really want to be investing in the projects that make their house feel like a home. So they really want to avoid the projects that, are really just maintenance.
Looking at this list too, you're right. This is the stuff I actually dread doing at our home, but stuff that needs to be done. So David, how will this survey help new homeowners?
That's a great question. The truth is there is no manual to home ownership. And for a new homeowner, that can be actually quite stressful. And we hope that this survey will help new and future homeowners feel more confident and equipped to take on the reins of home ownership.
Amanda, what are some major warning signs that millennials should think about and keep an eye out for when they're buying these new homes?
I think it's pretty easy to get carried away in this really competitive market. We know that buyers have to make compromises if they want to get their foot in the door. The key is to knowing where you're willing to compromise before you get into a really competitive situation like a bidding war. So if you can separate out your needs from your wants, you're going to be in a much better position, and you're going to be far less likely to purchase a home that you ultimately come to regret. So, the key here
to that point,
really
Dave. Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue, Amanda.
I was just going to say, the key is to lean into the advice of a great local agent who can help sort of steer you in the right direction and maybe point out some of the things in the home that may need to get fixed. And so you can account for that in your budget.
That is really good advice. David, how can millennials get ahead, to Amanda's point, of those home buying regrets?
Yeah, a good way to think about it is, even though we're in such a competitive market, most people have to waive conditions like home inspections, but in order to have a competitive bid. But my recommendation would be to continue either reviewing the existing home inspection or just getting an inspection in. You can book those really easily on our platforms. And what happens is the inspection will point out any major concerns like a foundation issue, waterproofing issue, something along those lines. And then also make a list of the projects that you are definitely going to be comfortable with executing on versus not.
Oh, that's fantastic advice, because I think you're so optimistic when you move in that house and you're like, you know what, I can't do that on my own. So Amanda, what has America's largest generation, why I should ask, have long struggled to get that foothold when it comes to buying homes?
There's a myriad of factors of why it's been so challenging for millennials to jump into the housing market, but it really comes down to bad timing. I mean, a lot of millennials entered the job market either right before or right after the Great Recession. And so it was really hard for them to, build their careers and save up for a down payment. And so when home values started to recover after the Great Recession, millennials were not able to take advantage of those gains in equity. But what we do know is right now, a lot of my millennials are prioritizing home ownership. We know those who were able to save during the pandemic on vacations and entertaining, a majority say that they are putting that money towards a down payment. So the American dream of home ownership is still alive and well for the millennial generation.
Guys, this is such fantastic advice. I hope our viewers take heed. David Steckel, Thumbtack home expert, and Amanda Pendleton, Zillow's home trend expert.